And welcome to Planet 412, everybody. I didn't want you to hear the end of that phone call, so I wanted to say, oh, hold on. Something's on in the background, of course. Par for the course. Um, how's everybody doing? So I just wanted to get right to it instead of having anything on the screen. I apologize about being late, guys. All I can say is that you know what causes the problems on this channel, and every time I thought I was ready to sign on, there was an issue, but we got it taken care of. And thank you for being patient. Um, I swear I'm gonna like do testing the next one for like 3 hours before we go on. Hello to my beautiful mods. And yeah, guys, I knew I was muted. I wasn't talking to you. I was just looking at the screen. I had a phone call on in front of me on the thing. It was important. I had to deal with it. So I'm sorry. I didn't feel like I said going with the normal banner up on the screen. But hello to my mods. BJ, how are you doing tonight? Kel, my lady, and Josie. How you doing, Angel? Hello to everybody else in here. Hey, Head Trip, how are you doing? It's good to see you here. Moonbud, Ola. Hey, Tim Houston, how are you, sir? How's it going down under? How should I say it? Let me ask you a question, Tim. Do people like make you laugh from other countries when they like imitate you guys or say, "Hey, give me another, shrimp on the barbie" or something? Does that get on your nerves, or does it just make you laugh, or are you indifferent to it? Um, let's see. Hey, P. Gene, how are you doing? Scott from Carolina, how are you doing, sir? Just came in. Hey, Karen. Um, let's see. Moonbud, I think I said hello to you. Let's see who else is here. Head Trip, I know I got you. Tim, I got you. I always try my very best when we start a show, regardless, to try and get a hello to everybody who's in here until it starts getting to the point. Hey, Carol, I hope you're still here. She was here a while ago, and it's moving pretty quick now. So I'm glad. I'm very glad that people are, popping in and at least being patient with me. Like I said, the majority of the people that are here, I'm having these computer issues, and I cannot wait. Hey, OG Wonka, how you doing? And you do it right. You know what's funny and what's going on in Planet 412? You, my friend. Um, P. Gene, how are you? So, you know what I think is funny? Oh, it's hi, Sky Jones. I didn't mean to ignore you. It's always funny when you have either the beginning of a show starting, um, or when people go into live streams and there's the chats, because there's a certain, modicum of the way people usually behave is, hey, everybody, hey, 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 hey. And I love and why would I do a live stream if I didn't like the part of it that is the, back and forth with people live. We're really here, but you got to admit sometimes when these things get pretty big, after a while, you're like, oh shit, I got to say hello to all these people. And it's like you don't not want to say hello to everybody. So my point here is where is it? I forget which one I saw. OG Wonka 5149 did a great job. What's going on, Planet 412 community? How is everybody doing tonight? What's up? And he did 3 people, but I've seen other people do more. So he's like, hey, Matt, BJ, Josie. One guy, remember, we were in a big one, and him and I actually had mentioned that to each other one time. And it was, I mean, like 50, 60 people in there. And this guy comes in and he has every single person. So that meant he was sitting there for a while. And he's like, I'm going to get them all done now. And he got it out of the way. So let's see who else has popped in here. Um, 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 I think, hey, Ancient Ruby, how are you? So I have tonight, guys, some. I'm glad to hear, Ancient Ruby, that you said that. I want to hear. I want to put this up there too. That's a great comment. I love it. San Pellegrino. Hello. Hello, San Pellegrino people. I'm drinking another one. You guys know. If you're not in the know, I would really like them to be a sponsor. Help me out. Write their company an email in mass. Like send them, hey, here's his link. He always talks about your product. He drinks it on the screen. You guys would be stupid not to have him on or to be a sponsor for his channel. Let's see here. Ancient Ruby, is everything okay? I mean, you don't have to talk about it here. I saw that you mentioned you're coping. That's usually something is challenging going on. I mean, you don't have to talk about anything if you don't want to. I saw your comment to BJ. So anyway, guys, what's going on? How you guys doing? I know I got some stuff sent to me. And what I wanted to start out with though is I came up on something by accident earlier today, and I got it. It's in my list of things. I've watched it many times before. I get it once in a while, but I haven't seen it in a while because usually it comes through on Facebook, but they have it here on YouTube specifically. But I was doing some stuff on Facebook today. I haven't been on there in a while. I'm not a giant Facebook person. I need to work on that for the channel. And I saw this one channel that I watch the shorts for a lot. And I was like, oh, this would be great for tonight. So I am going to pull this up and take a sip of coffee too. You guys, one of my favorite cups, Spidey, as I'm the comic geek. I mean, how could you guess, that I like superheroes, Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Does anybody else come in real quick? Okay. Let me start to bring this up. And I have a quick question as I'm bringing it up. Do you guys have any like specific things that you have to have, like for instance, like when I have a live stream, do you guys have like any ins that you have to have, like with treats and stuff, drinks? Like I try when I have it in the house to have this here. What kind of munchies do you have, or do you have nothing? um And absolutely, the entire channel throws our blessings and healings to you as well. I was waiting to comment on that. Head trip, coffee. So just know also that we're all here for you, no matter what. Coffee and cigs from Karen Roots. Karen and I have talked about some of the stuff that we enjoy to imbibe. Um, did I ever tell you guys? I've told you many times about my favorite K cup from Black Rifle Coffee Company, the Tactus Squatch coffee is, and my wife will tell you the same thing. The absolute best to date, best K cup we've ever had so far. Now there was another one that we had that we haven't found in a long time. There's this one coffee company. what is it? They make like Javalia and stuff. They used to have a Guatemalan coffee that was really good. So let's see. Always OG Wonka. I only crave something sweet after midnight. Okay. Author BJ. I'm drinking ice cold coffee and eating M&Ms. Is it purposely cold, BJ? No, I know. Stacy's like, yes, there's cold coffee. No, I don't mean was it made that way, or is it just coffee that you had and you're just drinking cold coffee? Moonbud, I used to drink Folgers Black Silk. Oh, Josie, I've never had Death Wish, but I heard the caffeine is extremely high, and I have to be careful with that. Ancient Ruby says, coffee cake is my fave, but now I have allergies because the food processing is killing us all, sadly. Ain't that true? I'm sure if we ever only knew what they put in foods and stuff. Carol says, can't do wheat anymore, and you don't mind mentioning it, that's fine. Carol, Bones Coffee. I saw Bones before. I haven't had it. I was thinking about getting it. Black Rifle came out with some other new dark, and that's like the only one we do, usually, unless we have no choice. The dark at Dunkin' is okay, but you know what? It's hard to find. You go through the drive-through at a lot of places, it's gone. BJ said yes, ice cold black coffee helps me sleep. She's like your dad, Stacy. She drinks coffee at night so she can sleep. Stacy's dad used to drink coffee at night, and I used to think, how do you drink coffee at night? I would be wide awake. I'd be wired. Well, he did not have any issues, and apparently he had, if he only knew, he didn't. Well, we didn't know, but BJ's been doing that for a while. That's crazy. Never been to Dunkin'. You've never gone to Dunkin' Donuts ever, Karen? Really? That's wild. Hold on, I'm bringing this sucker up. Let's see. All right, let me get my history up. I'm sure a lot of you actually know this guy. All right, I'm going to play. I'm going to start just with his, instead of playing a ton of shorts, because his shorts are short. I'm going to play one of his videos. And the name of this guy's channel is The Rarest Tom. All right, let me share this with you guys, and I'll shut up for a sec. Stacy liked that. All right, guys, here we go. So make sure it's all the way rewound.
Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. This drone footage captured the evolution of a destructive tornado as it ravaged a town in Andover, Kansas. The clip was captured by the Dominator drone on April 29, 2022. And remarkably, no lives were lost as a result of this EF3 tornado, despite immense damage of the nearly 1,000 structures impacted. Here's this really unique strawberry someone picked. They said it kind of looks like a Pokemon. What do you think? Watch as this guy uses a very advanced pocket billard technique to all but guarantee his victory in this match. Dude is playing 4D chess while his opponent is playing pool. What a crazy finesse. I wouldn't even be mad if someone pulled this on me. Watch the insane way this Thai woman catches durian fruits. Often called the king of fruits, durians are known for its unique and strong smell, large size, and spiky husk. It is a popular fruit in Southeast Asia, where its nickname comes from. Despite its smell, durian is packed with nutrients and has a rich, creamy flesh that is enjoyed in various sweet and savory dishes. After a strong earthquake hit Morocco, this guy was spotted evacuating with nothing but his PlayStation 5. I think
All right, so I wanted to, since they're so fast, I wanted to comment on some of them. And if any of you said, hey, you know that one, could you rewind that one again real quick? Let me know. I won't let so many of them play before I stop them. So I know where I stopped it was just absolutely hilarious and so true. Many guys stopped it, grabbed his PS5, and then saved himself. What are some of the other videos that grabbed you guys real quick? Yeah, Tim, AI narration is not everybody's cup of tea. You have, been getting me. So when you hear, me on screen and there's like a narration going on, I'm reading that. So let's see. Anything grabbed you guys? Some of those other ones. No, you can't. Hey, Cal, how are you? What am I saying, Cal? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Cal, sorry. I thought for a split second, because the beginning of your screen name is the same beginning of someone else's. I don't know why in my brain it was like, oh my God, hey, he's back. It's just ignore me. I'm gonna restart the video. Like I said, we won't go as long. I'll go a few and then I'll stop.
Watching this has unlocked a new fear for me. Lightning can heat the air around it to 30,000 degrees Celsius, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Its strikes travel at about 270,000 miles per hour, and it can strike as far as 10 to 15 miles away from a thunderstorm, even under clear skies. These are sometimes referred to as jolts from the blue. This picture was taken on the surface of an asteroid called Ryugu on October 3rd, 2018. This clip proves kids will always be kids, no matter the species. Baby elephants are born with hair, especially on their heads, which helps with sun protection, and can stand within minutes of birth and walk within an hour. Here's a crazy story. Stephen Phillips spent 24 years in a Texas prison for crimes he didn't commit and was exonerated by DNA evidence in 2008. After receiving $6 million in compensation, his ex-wife sued for a share. But in 2014, the court ruled the money was for personal injury and thus solely his.
Oh, that's so awesome. Good for him. All right, let's break there. So, all right. I think, first of all, my daughter growing up, she still loves elephants, but she will love seeing that little clip there. That last one, for those of you that are divorced, I'm sure that sounded pretty awesome to you. Anybody have comments on all of those? That lightning was incredible. I've never seen lightning like that. It looked like molten metal was falling out of the sky. I'm actually going to rewind that real quick. That was crazy. I hear a lot of people talk about their exes in here too, so I'm sure, that was pretty awesome just watching.
Heat the air around it to 30,000 degrees Celsius, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Its strikes travel at about 270,000 miles per hour, and it can strike as far as 10 to 15.
Do I have the big screen up? I'm going to bring up the big part, sorry. Because I want to see close. That's really cool too. That looks like something out of a movie.
15 miles away from a thunderstorm, even under clear skies. These are sometimes referred to as bolts from the blue. This picture was taken on the surface of an asteroid called Ryugu on October 3rd. This guy was spotted.
Anything about
to as bolts from the blue. This picture was taken on the surface of an asteroid called Ryugu on October 3rd, 2018. This clip proves kids will always be kids, no matter the species. Baby elephant.
Use a double click to make it go back again.
Surface of the sun, guys. It strikes travel at about 270,000 miles per hour, and it can strike as far as 10 to 15 miles away from a thunderstorm, even under clear skies. These are sometimes referred to as bolts from the blue. This picture was taken on the surface of an asteroid called Ryugu on October 3rd, 2018. This clip proves kids will always be kids, no matter the species. Baby elephants are born with hair, especially on their heads, which helps with sun protection, and can stand within minutes of birth and walk within an hour. Here's a crazy story. Stephen Phillips was awarded $1.4 million by Japan after, and they're so clear and so flat.
Where's the guy? Is that where we were? Oh, we were at the divorce. I apologize. All right, we're right here, guys. I don't have a wingman tonight. Someone to say, hey, Matt, we were right there.
Ex-wife sued for a share, but in 2014, the court ruled the money was for personal injury and thus solely his. The vibrant colors of the rainbow eucalyptus are not due to the tree being painted, but rather the different layers of bark exposed as it sheds. It's the only eucalyptus species native to the northern hemisphere and can grow to very impressive heights. So I thought this was really cool. This device is a wire straightener used to remove bends and kinks from wire, making it easier to work with. Using a series of rollers to flex the wire in different directions, resulting in a straighter piece of wire. This is the waterfall of the Bride in Peru. The waterfall's name stems from the optical illusion created by its shape and the surrounding rock formations, which together appear as a figure resembling a bride. This village was built on a large sinkhole in China, surrounded by lush vegetation and terraced fields. This type of landform is known as a karst sinkhole, formed by the dissolution of soluble rocks such as limestone. The Prime Minister of Iceland lives here. Anyone can walk up and knock on the front door. It's apparently such a safe country that their version of the White House basically has no real security. This clip of dancer.
Okay, I'm going to stop there because it didn't seem like people were wanting to comment. That last one with, was it Denmark or whatever? They had the president's mansion. I forget what I was watching. Oh, geez, what was it? It was a reality show, and I think it was one of the it was like a ghost hunting show or something, and they talked to somebody there, and they said they were talking about the president and all that, and they're like, yeah, oh yes, here you can drive right up to the president's house and knock on his door and talk to him. And they were like, no, you can't. And they're like, yes, you can. It's right. It's like it was easily found. They went and knocked on the door. Nobody was there, but man, it was crazy. What else, guys, do you think about some of those videos? I know some of the guys watching right now are like, just play that one, man. Let's see. Asteroids, SIGs into baby elephants. What is SIGs? What does that mean, Tim? SEGUES, asteroid SIGs into baby elephants. The Bride waterfall wasn't really cool. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. That'd be a great picture to get yourself with, like your husband or wife in front of, or just yourself. Iceland arrested bankers. Gotta love that. What do you mean they arrested bankers? Oh, sets, Karen. I gotcha. Makes sense now. Well, let's see. Never a straight answer. Yeah, exactly, BJ. You gotta believe some of the stuff how many things you think they see that they don't show? Well, probably 99% of everything they show us. But how awesome would it be? Because they've had accidents while they were showing live feeds and stuff like that. where they've gotten UFOs coming across the screen and all that. But I would love if they had that asteroid footage showing, and they're like, "Well, nothing's going to show on here. It's a freaking asteroid, and some kind of creature or something, walks by." All right, let's get going again. This one looks interesting.
And choreographer Ximena Miranda is said to be a motion capture performance for the game Grand Theft Auto 6, and people are going crazy over it. Do you think it's worth the hype? A Chinese mattress company has invented a bouncing bed to assist couples perform various bouncing-related activities in the bedroom.
Wait a minute.
This Dutch guy, known as the Flowing Dutchman, competed and showcased his strength with an Indian Gata that weighs 32 kilograms. He managed to do 50 reps.
That's great.
Keanu Reeves hanging out with a homeless man in West Hollywood, 1997. Who's your favorite celebrity? How this eagle...
I'm going to tell you what, I'm just going to say just one thing. Keanu Reeves is a good dude. He seems like he would be an awesome person to hang out with. I think him and I would get along really well. He seems like he gets along with everyone. He has done some really cool, good-hearted, special stuff with people. And he just, very rarely do you ever see anyone that has the fame that he has and the money that he has, and they go out of their way to help people or just talk to them or what. He's a special person, man. I like that. Right, Kel? Karen says that mattress. Wow. So, I mean, obviously we're all adults here that it bounces up and down, and you could think of certain things you'd want to use that mattress for, but like, is there something I'm missing, like that they're trying to sell it otherwise for? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe if you have like if you're bedridden and you have a lot of respiratory stuff that can help loosen up stuff in your chest, or I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Protects its eaglets from the freezing snow, using its entire body to shield her babies. This has to be the hardest image of all time. That frog has my respect. Who knew toucans love being petted? Did you know toucans use their large bills to regulate their body temperature, effectively acting as a radiator to shed heat? What this person's feet looks like a month after they had knee surgery. The perfect cradle for this distinguished feline gentleman. They call this the Meow Nalisa. These diamond spectacles from India, dated 1620 to 1660, have diamond lenses that were cut from a single 200 to 300 carat diamond. And they're so clear and so flat that it almost looks like the lenses are missing. This dad and daughter dancing on their walk back home. It's little moments of humanity like these that really fill my heart.
I got you guys.
Iwao Hakamata, a former Japanese boxer, age 89, was awarded $1.4 million by Japan after 46 years on death row for a 1966 murder. He was forced to confess, later retracted it, and was acquitted after DNA tests showed the blood on key evidence wasn't his. This large storm that's headed toward the Pacific Northwest was captured by the GOES East satellite. Volcano snails, also known as scaly-foot gastropods, are unique deep-sea creatures that live in hydrothermal vents. They are the only known animals to incorporate iron sulfide into their skeletons, and they don't need to eat, relying on bacteria for energy. This is the true length of a beach worm. Absolutely freaking not. No! The Palmenti di Pietragala, aka the wine grottos of South Italy, northern Basilicata. This guy was about to throw hands when something unexpected happened. A beautiful view of the Red Sea from the ISS. This is the mesmerizing blue-ringed octopus. Blue-ringed octopuses are a group of highly venomous cephalopods found in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, known for their distinctive blue rings that appear when threatened and possess a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin. The amount of toilet paper rolls in the bathroom of this Japanese ramen restaurant is so astounding, it's actually impressive. This video shows Kevin Fast, the world's strongest man, pulling an entire C-17 cargo plane. A campsite under a giant Aurora arc over Vesterhorn, Iceland. I don't know who she is, but I think I'm in love, guys. This is how the street dogs of Bab el Wazir, Egypt, are vaccinated. In my opinion, using blow darts like this is a lot more humane than physically having to restrain the dogs to administer the shots.
Agreed.
This is the Zao Onsen Ski Resort in Yamagata, Japan. This resort is famous for its unique natural phenomena called snow monsters that are actually snow-covered trees covered with a thick layer of snow and ice due to strong winds and frost. This device is used for practicing the perfect posture when starting a race. Pretty cool. This is a whalefish. They live in the bathypelagic zone between 1.5 and 3.5 kilometers below the surface, and the sensory pores lining its back help it to perceive its surroundings. This incredible view is from Yosemite National Park, a Central California national park renowned for its majestic granite cliffs, waterfalls, and diverse ecosystems. In Cluj, Romania, you can pay for your bus fare by doing 20 squats. Seniors and people with disabilities ride free. I don't think there's up to 100 people on the planet that can pull this off. When a bicycle is in motion, the spinning wheels and the way the front wheel trails behind the steering axis contribute to its stability. In other words, if it ain't in motion, it ain't staying balanced. Hydro dipping, also known as water transfer printing or hydrographics, is a decorative technique where a printed design is transferred to a three-dimensional object by immersing it in water containing a specialized film with the printed design. The design adheres to the object, creating a seamless, often intricate pattern like we see here. The sand snakes phenomenon is a natural occurrence, primarily observed on Iceland's black beaches, where strong winds create the illusion of snakes slithering across the sand. This unique sight is caused by the wind pushing and reshaping the sand particles, resulting in patterns that resemble moving snakes. Back in the 90s, extreme ironing became a thing. Participants combined the challenge of extreme sports with the act of ironing, aiming to achieve a well-pressed shirt while facing difficult terrain or situations. The sport gained international attention in the early 2000s, with international championships being held in Germany. In 2020, when baseball matches were held without spectators due to COVID in South Korea, radishes were placed on the stands. That's because radish spectators in Korean is mugwanjung, which also means no spectators. This condition is called nystagmus, a condition characterized by rapid, involuntary, and jerky eye movements. It can affect one or both eyes and can cause vision problems, dizziness, and balance issues. The eye movements can be side to side, up and down, or circular. This clip shows the exact moment a lioness tried her best to calm down a lion and deter it from attacking the zookeeper that was making eye contact with the lion. Don't worry, no one was hurt during the altercation. The Chongqing 1949 Grand Theater is a unique venue and is considered the largest single indoor theme theater in the world, characterized by rapid, involuntary, and jerky eye movements. It can affect one or both eyes and can cause vision problems, dizziness, and balance issues. The eye movements can be side to side, up and down, or circular. This clip shows the exact moment a lioness tried her best to calm down a lion and deter it from attacking the zookeeper that was making eye contact with the lion. Don't worry, no one was hurt during the altercation. The Chongqing 1949 Grand Theater is a unique venue and is considered the largest single indoor theme theater in the world. It features a 360-degree revolving stage, a 25,000 square meter floor space, and can accommodate 1,500 spectators. The theater's architecture incorporates local design elements from Chongqing, like hanging foot towers and brick walls, reinterpreted with modern art design. This once-in-a-lifetime shot shows a squadron of spine-tailed devil rays found in tropical and subtropical waters. They are often called mini mantas due to their similarities to their larger manta ray cousins. The stunning, stretchable paper sculptures created by artist Felix Semper, made using materials like glued layers of paper, sliced wood, and books. The towering size of a polar bear. They can grow to be as tall as 2.4 meters or 7 feet 10 inches tall.
I told you
This
guys.
person witnessed a crazy triple lightning strike just a few feet away from their own
I
car.
always tell you guys
David
about
Gustafsson,
what-
winner of the Lego Masters Season 1 from Sweden, built a
I always tell you guys what we saw when I was 14 years old, and that the closest thing. Hold on, let me turn this back on. The closest thing that we all agreed, like till we were into adulthood, before my two buddies died too, that we could ever see and we've ever seen. And I agree to this day. I mean, I'm not going into science fiction movies. I mean, I guess I could, but that's not realistic. Like the closest thing that I've seen, like it's a polar bear. And these things, there are a lot of other, by the way, a lot of other graphics and things like that, just pictures of comparing men to, or people to some of the big polar bears that, they have some that have been, giant ones. And I have a problem with people that have hunted them in the past for no reason at all. And they have a giant stuffed one. I forget where it is. I mean, it is so massive, and it reminds me just like what we saw. So anyway, we've gone over quite a few of them, guys. Is there any that we've seen so far that have just like kind of, grabbed you and be like, holy? And it's almost over. So I'm going to move on to people's submissions as well. My sinuses and my eyes today, for some reason, are just really like my eyes have been watering all day. I don't know why. Let's see. Hi, Dante. How are you? Welcome. Let's see. Weird paper. Yeah, Karen. Very. Electric under iron water. Yeah, that is real safe. Right, BJ? Let's see what else. I wonder how long that yeah, I'm going to play the Lego car. I was just thinking that before I paused it. All right, let me play it again, guys. That's wild. Let me make sure of something real quick. And I was right. Where'd the car go? There it is. It was right here. All right, we'll let it play from here, I believe.
Sculptures created by artist Felix Semper, made using materials like glued layers of paper, sliced wood, and books.
Yeah, that's
the towering size of a polar bear. They can grow to be as tall as 2.4 meters or 7 feet 10 inches tall. This person witnessed a crazy triple lightning strike just a few feet away from their own car. David Gustafsson, winner of the Lego Masters Season 1 from Sweden, built a fully functional Volvo V70 with an e-motor, even with working lights and speedometer, made out of about 400,000 Lego bricks. He started in December 2020 and worked around 4 years on it. This huge oceanic manta ray was spotted near Trinidad.
Really
manta rays have large brains relative to their size and have demonstrated high intelligence levels, including the ability to recognize themselves in mirrors. What an Egyptian mummy looks like up close. This is circus performer Jean Libera, a.k.a. the man with a parasitic twin growing out of his torso. Libera's twin, Jacques, was a vestigial parasite. This condition occurs when an embryo only partially separates into twins and the two sides develop asymmetrically in utero, resulting in the smaller twin being attached to the larger, more developed one. This quaint little 1920s vintage toaster that I'd love to own. Some basketball players standing next to cheerleaders. Guess which one's which? I saw this precious little calf baby thing and my life has never been the same since. How can one thing be this cute? I want it! Puss moth caterpillars, also known as flannel moth caterpillars, are covered in long, soft hairs that hide venomous spines, causing painful reactions upon contact. 4 snow leopards were spotted together in the northern mountains of Pakistan. It's a very rare scene captured by Asif Ashur. Infrared mapping lasers seen being shot out by a Roomba as seen through the night vision on a security camera.
That's cool.
This man's scary accuracy while shooting balloons. I'd put him up there with the likes of John Wick and Hawkeye and Kendrick Lamar because he never misses. This classic car that was abandoned during the Paradise Campfire of 2018. Apparently, it's possible to get stuck floating in one spot in space if you can't reach a wall to push off of, which is scary if you sit down to think about it. A mother handed out over 200 goodie bags on a flight from Seoul to San Francisco in case her 4-month-old baby cried throughout the 10-hour flight in 2019. This 1,000-year-old Roman bridge gets destroyed by a flash flood in Talavera de la Reina, Spain. The Santa Catalina Bridge, the oldest in Talavera and locally called the Roman Bridge, has undergone numerous renovations throughout its history. Notably, in the 13th century, its characteristic bend and pointed arches were incorporated. Although vestiges of its original Roman base remain hidden underwater, the bridge's recent collapse represents a significant loss for the city.
Oh, man.
This little robot has got some moves. Never thought I'd see a dancing robot in my life. We're all cooked chat. This little guy's response to this situation deserves some kind of award. I'd have lost it completely and probably get eaten. These are protesters from the recent events in Turkey. What is even going on in Turkey? So this kangaroo wandered onto a house and decided to practice its punches on a boxing bag that was hanging outside. This happened in Australia, not like this had happened anywhere else. An incredible save by this dad, all without dropping his kid in the process. Very impressive stuff. One of the most beautiful hotel lobbies in the world, the Grand Hotel Ciudad de Mexico in Mexico City, built in 1918 by Jacques Gruber. A baby elephant's first steps captured on video. Just like how human babies suck their thumbs, baby elephants often suck their trunks for comfort. I don't know why I never thought about this, but it's possible to play baseball by yourself in space. This is going on the bucket list for sure. The strong winds on this frozen lake in Canada, plus the overall atmosphere, combines to give a magical but unsettling experience. These incredible ibex defy gravity by climbing a near-vertical dam in search of nutritious salts. Ibrahim Al-Nasser got tired of switching between consoles to play his video game collections, so he plugged 444 consoles into one TV. Here's the POV of a firefighter putting out a burning house. Smoke contains dangerous gases like carbon monoxide, which can be more deadly than the flames themselves.
Are you guys like into this video? Like I said, I'm going to go to other people's videos that sent in stuff. I just want to make sure you guys are cool. Oh, crap. You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? No? Everybody, are you having a problem hearing me? Josie, I think you're having a problem, babe. Sorry, everybody. Do you guys like these videos? Karen, I know you tell me all the time. Oh, okay, BJ. Yeah, I apologize. Oh, you do not like the videos, T. Damas. Oh, guys, that's all you had to say if you don't like them. Okay, well, okay, they do like some like them. Varied, they're fun. Yeah, man, it's chill. Let's see. Not really. Okay. Well, you know what, guys? I got you loud and clear. I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to go to people's videos. If anybody, okay, BJ, I will look. If anybody, oh, is it PJ? All right, PJ, it was PG and it was too loud with the videos. Okay, I got you. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm not going to do long ones anymore. I am getting a lot of people saying that they're not crazy about longer ones. Like I think I played this for. So it's research for me, guys. This was 12 minutes. So okay. I don't know. I guess it's his voice in one person. So let's do this. Who, if you guys are here with me, who sent videos to me? And I will get to those first. So let me know about that, guys. And I prefer to get to videos for people that are here. Let me see. I'm going to start looking in there real quick. Um, let's see. All right. I think we might. Oh, okay. Here's some from our anonymous benefactor, I will call her. So let me start with theirs. And we will get going on everybody else's. My bad, guys. All right, let's roll. Ooh. Oh. Oh. There's something there, boy. What do you guys think about this one? Now, I love that he's protecting the baby. That is first and foremost what it's all about. Most people, I've never been around a cat that made those types of noises. I don't have cats. But that cat wasn't playing. Oh, me too, Ruby. If anybody understands chronic pain, sweetheart, hold on a sec. I just want to say real quick, Ruby, and everybody, I'll start the video. If you're dealing with chronic pain, it sounds like if people that have true chronic pain, they understand, and I am one of them. After 34 surgeries, I definitely do. And some other stuff going on. I am very sorry you're suffering, and am here for you, and I'm sure we all are. What do you guys think? Do you think it's paranormal, or let's get into it? And this is for the debunking side of things. If that is not a ghost thing going on there could be maybe the owner knows how to get this thing riled up and agitating it, pretending like off screen. They have the, excuse me. Let me come back for a sec. The owner maybe is going like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And you get that thing to go off protecting that baby. I mean, do you guys think it's a real thing? I just wish they would show the rest of the room. Get everybody's opinions. Do. Let's see. I don't think BJ says I don't even think the owner could get it that mad. LOL. I think there was a negative energy. All right, Ruby, you have a good night's sleep. Please do me a favor, Ruby, because I needed to actually ask you something. Could you please write me a short email so that I can write you right back? Like, you can even just say, "Hey, Matt, it's me," because I needed to ask you something. Thank you. Have a good night. Head Trip says, my cat Medusa did that in the window towards my new neighbor. She was right. Believe this. Karen says, I believe you, BJ. Let's see. Kel, either way, I love how the cat is protecting the baby. 100%, Kel. Because what if, God forbid, like it was a situation like, maybe the husband and the wife had an altercation and or it's a situation where the horrible nightmares you've heard about like a mother hurting her children, or I mean that cat maybe it was like, you ain't coming here, girl. I think it was reacting to something. I hope, you would hope that what it's reacting to is some type of entity that can't be seen, and if that was legit, that's freaky, man. Ancient Ruby says we have all came together for more than one reason here. A lovely family. Oh, absolutely, Ancient Ruby. I love my peeps. My Planet 412 family is untouchable. OG Wonka said to Head Trip, great name for your cat. I must have missed it. Oh, Medusa. Yeah, that is a great name. Oh God, honey, Head Trip. The cats, dogs, whatever, they end up being the owner eventually. Head Trip. One look and they're stoned. Stoned from what, Tim? Let me see your accent. Let me see what you said. Cat's reaching out to something. I'll always remember I remember when I go out to California to see my brother, and they give their cat or cats what's it called? What's the stuff they give the cats that makes them like a drug? I forget what it's called. It's the I should know. BJ. Catnip. Thank you, Kel. Thank you, BJ. One after another. I'm gonna restart here. All right. Hold on one sec. Because this is anonymous, so I have to hide my screen for 1 second. And I am back for 1 second, you people. Hello, little people. Okay, I'll start here in 1 sec. Who do you guys think is going to win the national championship? Indiana or Miami? It's at Miami's home field. I got the Hoosiers. All right, hold on. I'm about to share this here. Looks good. All right. Enjoy. Definitely something there too. Whoa. I do not see a bug. Whoa. Oh, that is some freaky stuff right there. You guys think it's legit, or do you think like the owner is messing with them with like I don't see a laser or anything. All right, watch the the drape, is it going to pull out from the bottom first? And I'm going to tell you what, man, that's pretty freaky. What do you guys think? And you know what? I'm starting to think this is legit. Oh, OG Wonka, hilarious. If I get a sentence to my brother, they have he lives in Cali and in a South Beach, or not South Beach, my apologies, that's Florida. They live in Long Beach in California, and Seaman, wow. Okay, let's chat about this, guys. I'll turn it down at the bottom. My cat has been boxing like practice. That's freaking hilarious, man. And I'm honestly, the truth of the matter is, as a pet owner, I would be heartbroken seeing that video because that cat's probably horrified. Doesn't look like she or he is being beaten or anything by it. I've seen video of animals actually it looks like being abused by entities. What would the name be, OG? Poncho, odd that the camera and cat were where they, you know what? Thank you, bro. Thank you, Punch. That's what I'm saying. That's why we're doing this. I said let's watch the bottom of the drape because I was thinking if they have a line tied to it, maybe they have something long in there because the bottom sure looks stiff when it gets pulled. Let's see. Wait for the bot. Well, whoever did it, if it's a hoax, they did a good job. Let's at least say that. Oh man, I can't stop listening to that. Why is the cat's ears not laid back? When a cat is scared, their ears should flare back. When the curtain goes up, it really goes up. You're right, BJ. Like I would think if a person goes back there, like if it's leaving or going in there, they would, just like a person. It doesn't seem like a hand grabs it. Let's see. Does it come from the middle, like where a hand would grab it? No, it just seems like the bottom is pulled out. So it is like I could see like a rod in the bottom, and then them pulling the thing out or something like a long piece of wood or. But good to see you here, Punch. That's why I mentioned you, because I saw you came in. Head Trip says her cat's ears do not go back when she gets upset. Let's see. I don't know, guys. I mean, if it's real, if that is, wild, and oh really, OG, the cat, yeah, that would be a great name. Okay, well, some people saying their cat's ears don't go back. You know, when that happens, if it's real, if I feel bad for the kitty. Um, if it's fake, they're agitating the hell out of that poor thing. So let me stop showing that for a second. I think the next one is maybe the last one from this individual that would like to stay anonymous. And let's see. Huh. Oh, here we go. We got another one, guys. Okay. Looks good too. Okay, guys, enjoy. Oh, that's the same one we watched, isn't it? Yeah, that's the same one. Sorry. Of course, I wasn't paying as close attention as we did the first one because I didn't notice how much the cat like hugs that thing. So I'm actually, my apologies for playing it again, but I'm actually glad that I did because I didn't see that. I was like, looking at other stuff on the screen, my other screen. Okie dokie, guys. Hold on. All right, that's the last one for that person. Thank you to Mrs. Anonymous. And the next one I'm going to go to is, let's see. Let's see what he sent. I have to check how long this is. Because unfortunately, this person very long ones sometime. Blah, blah, blah. I wish I could check right from. No, I can't. I can't right now. So it looks good though, but let me move on to another one. That one was 19 minutes and like 22 seconds. So I'm not going to do that to you people. Okay, that one is not going to work either because that is a little. I'm trying to look for you guys. I don't want to like screw, some of our friends out either. Oh, there we go. Cat sent something. Oh, that one looks good. Cat, whoa. Okay, let me bring that one up. Let me see how long this is. It's in short, and a lot of people like this guy. I forget his name. You'll know who he is as soon as we bring him up. He's actually funny. I like this guy. Some of you will know who he is immediately. Let's see, from Casper site.
Let's slow this bad boy down. Look, frame by frame, look at it. I mean, 14 years ago.
Thank you so much.
14
Josie.
Years ago, CGI started to get quite good, right?
Let's see, I put the wrong thing.
But this, mate, is on another bloody level.
There it is.
Just to track that movement would be pretty difficult, right? This is the weirdest photo I've ever seen in my life. Look at them, man. These
That
look
is weird. Do you guys
stupidly
think
realistic.
those are AI?
And sometimes I see these small drones.
That's what
I think
sucks.
to myself, well, how little would this alien
I
be?
need to get one of
right?
those scrubbers
to find
so
one of
that
those
tells
things
me
if they are
if
like
they
flying
are.
them. So I would imagine that little dude in something like this.
Here I've zoomed in.
Hold on, I'm
400
trying
times.
to.
It looks like a frisbee.
Zoomed in 600 times. Little wobble, little shake.
Yeah,
little reflect.
it just sort of does that. What the F, mate?
I like him.
It's definitely
Josie,
a solid
again,
object.
thank you so
no
much.
idea what it is.
That's a little alien dude
I
in
hate
there.
not
Just
getting
like,
it up on the screen sometimes.
It'd be mad, right? But hats off to you, mate. This is the other video that I wanted to show you. You've probably seen it because it's quite
know why I'm
recent.
having
Check this out.
issues
Amazing
with
UFO
this.
video.
Well, I
Flying
do.
saucer filmed from a plane over Colombia 2 weeks ago, right?
Hey, Tim.
Look at that.
Thank you. Now I got to it soon
En la TAM
enough.
nos encanta ser parte de su celebración.
Thank you,
Por
Tim,
eso queremos
very
felicitar
much.
a una princesa muy especial llamada Ana Sofía, quien se encuentra hoy cumpliendo años. Te deseamos muchas bendiciones y que seas muy feliz.
Some people are saying that's CGI now because it's.
I want to watch that one again. I've got a message. Our friends here.
Look at that.
Whoa.
En la TAM
What
nos
is
encanta
that?
ser parte de
That's
su celebración.
crazy.
Por eso queremos felicitar a una princesa muy especial llamada
Thanks
Ana
again,
Sofía,
Tim
quien
and
se encuentra hoy
Josie.
cumpliendo años. Te deseamos muchas bendiciones y que seas muy feliz.
Some people are saying that's CGI now because it's clearer than a lot of footage. Ah, that reminds me of another video that I want to quickly show you.
Is this actually evidence of UFOs right here? This guy has a piece of glass that he found. Supposedly, he can see into another dimension. Now, either A,
Is that alien glass or something?
this is in fact true, because the guy actually goes on to do a lot of different tests on this glass, or it's really good graphics. Like they're just there.
Imagine that.
Now, I
I
in
don't
fact
know.
do believe that UFOs
That's
are
AI
supernatural.
in my opinion.
They can be fallen angels and demons.
Watch this video that somebody sent me, right? And watch it just disappear and then come back again. Watch. Right, here it is. I know it's vertical. Watch. Mate,
Head trip. You're saying
Let's see that again.
last one was real?
no. Mate, that's nothing to... Is that something to do with the zoom? Nah. Is it?
Okay. Hold on a second. So, Tim Houston, you're saying that was real, what you saw, what you're talking about? And then Head Trip, you're saying this is all real too? BJ says, I saw this on the TV, the entire video. It's pretty cool. Thick glass. Huh. Oh, Head Trip, you're saying no to you're saying it's okay. I gotcha. I thought the one that it just popped there. It's just that has to be fake. Oh, gee, Wonk, I agree. Tim, just another flying saucer, no biggie. Hey, Professor, what's up? When I see you pop in from now on, I'm going to go, hey, Professor, what's up? Or how was I going to put it? I'm just going to say, I had something clever I was just going to say and not what I just said. And I, of course, squirrel because something just happened next to me. I'll get it, and I'm going to make you laugh, Professor What. But it's good to see you. No, not the glass bit. I did not believe, but could be real. Who knows? Oh, okay. I gotcha. Here you go.
This is on Facebook. Okay, people, please help me out. Sitting here watching some music videos, seen a flash, started to smell something burnt. Then my security camera goes off at this, and this is what it showed.
Yeah, where's
no
El Martino?
joke. Watch the middle left screen behind the garage. Seriously, no joke, guys. So this person's really quite sort of like, okay, listen, I know you can type whatever you want, but he seems like pretty legit. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Look at you. Mate, look at you. Imagine going in your back garden and seeing that thing. And it's like it knows where the camera is, right? This was in the UK. This is in Argentina. And he says, I'm sending you this video. It was recorded on my security camera in a rural zone in Entre Rios, Argentina, at a friend of mine's house. It's a strange looking object, traveling fast. Planes don't fly that low. And it's too big to be a drone. The shape, it's kind of like an L. Or a closely, or a hockey
Jack's
stick.
not here either.
Hope you find it intriguing.
Hey, Quicksilver.
As well. Look at this, mate.
Oh, that's probably a piece of hair.
What? Mate, that's no plane. This is some Tony Stark or some alien
Or
stuff,
maybe
mate.
not.
Let's slow this
I
bad
think
boy
that
down.
might be real,
Frame by
guys.
frame, look at it.
I've seen some military ones where
14 years
that
ago.
happens, a USO. That one might not be
I
it.
know. 14 years ago,
Okay, that
CGI
is it.
started to get quite good, right?
How you been,
But this,
Quicksilver?
mate, is on another bloody
How's
level.
the X-Men doing?
Just to track that movement
How's your dad,
would be
Magneto?
pretty difficult, right? This is the weirdest photo I've ever seen in my life. Look at them, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry I let this run through again, guys. I should have said, hey, I wanted to look at a couple more of these. So, with these ones here, because I should have paused it, I've seen some 100%. They've talked about them. I've watched some of the some videos on, some of the oldest pictures that they've had for a long time, and it's kind of like the situation of Bigfoot with Patty. Let's be honest, it's real. Now, there's always going to be some people that say it's fake, but the more that technology gets better and better, and they're running that thing through even more different types of clarity programs, and they've already shown muscle, moving, and I mean, so much so that they can show on I think it's the right, it could be the left, I don't remember. I thought it was the right quadricep. There's a what's it called, guys? What's it called when you pull the muscle in your stomach and you have to have surgery sometimes for it? It's like some type of a muscle. I forget that name of that. I know it's going to pop up here in a second. Hernia. Thank you, Kel. Kel, you've been on it. There is a hernia in, like I said, it could be the left, but I think it's the right quadricep of Patty, the Bigfoot in the famous picture. As she's walking, you can see this big hernia popping in and out, and they've discussed that before. Like, who the hell back then, number one's going to have the technology to make that detail, and number two, like, who's going to even think of it? Oh, I got a great idea, let me make a hernia on her quadricep. So let's see. P. Jane says the thigh and the calf jiggle on impact when Patty walks. Well, yeah, it's crazy. Anybody can think that thing is fake. It's, I mean, when you get a good look, and dude, I mean, I love some of these shows, how they've been so great. In fact, I'll put that video on here if you guys would like, and turn this one off. Out of all four, well, you can't see the one with him there because the guy hit it. But out of the three of these aliens right here, which ones do you guys think are real? Or do you think all of them are real? Or do you think that they're all fake? I think there's a possibility of them possibly being real. Of course, there's always they could be all fake. Most are. The one in the blue shirt is fake. Okay, Poncho, that's funny. The head in the bottom right corner looks like the dried apple heads. Yeah, I can see what you mean, for sure. PG, they didn't. The Planet of the Apes suits were so bad they could. Yes, and I was just about to talk about that too. Why are you bringing that up? PG, did somebody say something? I'm just curious, PG, why you're saying all that. Did somebody say to you that it was a costume? Because if you look at, which you just did a beautiful job of, by the way, PG, bringing up the point that the end all be all at that time was Planet of the Apes, like PG 63 is talking about. And the person that made these costumes has many times said there's no way that it's fake, because what I was doing was the apex. It was the top of the abilities of making these types of things, and there's no way that we could have made what was on the screen. It just has to be real. Let's see. Yeah, I think the one on the bottom left is real, and then I'm going to move on, guys. Let me get the Patty one, and I want to real quick go over that, if you guys don't mind. So I'm going to put that in here. Oh, here's a good one right here. Let me share this. Hold on. Let me get this bigger. That's actually a really good video. Look at the muscles rippling and stuff, guys. And this is, real quick, Sorry, guys. Before this is Mr. Lucci. Is the channel, so thank you to Mr. Lucci. Let me make it quiet so that we can talk here. I mean, just this one right here is phenomenal. Tim Houston, upper right. Oh, you're talking about the aliens wearing lipstick. Tim Houston thinks they're all fake, those aliens. Okay. It's possible. I think probably the majority. I think maybe the bottom left could be real. Man, do I wish I could tell you guys a story about, you know what? I can. I'll tell you at the end. Do not let me forget, guys. At the end of the show here, in like 15 minutes, we're going to end. Do not let me forget that I have a story to tell you because Tim Houston was talking about Patty having lipstick on and blowing a kiss to the camera. So it's not that type of a story, but it's going to blow your mind because I was going to say, you know, what if Bigfoot was like, trying to hit on, Gimlin and those guys and oh, hey, how you doing, Bonnie? Good to see you. All right. So I just think that's really incredible. If you guys watch close, I mean, just watch close, you can see muscles moving. I mean, it doesn't take a lot, and I need to make it bigger. You're right. I'm sorry. It just says since they have enhanced a lot of these films, I mean, it is wild. And you know what? A lot of people think too, and I do too, is that there were other Bigfoot in the area and they were surrounding them and they were just maybe she was, maybe she took off to let her baby be taken out of the area. You know what I mean? Hey, Ascension, how are you? Oh, it's not a Patty with lipstick story, Poncho. It's a story that has to do with Bigfoot and people and love and kissing. I think she was distracting too, PJ. Especially like the way she looks back. Well, the horse, what's the name of the sound they make? But they do their scream, and that's what they said drew her attention. But she was 100% getting them out of the area. Professor, it sounds kind of gross. Listen, it has, first of all, no kissing has to do with me and a Bigfoot, or so don't put me into that, okay? BJ says, Matt, tell them about your Beaver Creek State Park experience. Okay, I will. That means you guys want to hear it. Let me go to that poor guy. You know what? He seems, from what I've heard about him, what a good man he was or is. Did he die? I can't remember. I think he might have. But him and his partner, Mr. Patterson. He's Gimlin. Is he Gimlin or I always forget. But they were treated horribly. Bonnie says the bottom of its foot looks fake. Oh, honey. You know what? Respectfully, Bonnie, as respectfully as I could ever be about anything, I disagree with you. I think that's exactly the way that its foot would look. It's covered in dust and dirt and all that. And think about how long, she walks around with. Yes, Ascension. I don't, but of course, as always, Bonnie, and as I say to everyone else, your opinion is 100% valid and always wanted here. Yeah, so I'll real quick talk about it, guys, since we're ending up here. I will do this. I'll get another view of this Bigfoot video. I think there's one. I mean, I swear I just saw one that was one of the ones I was talking about where they actually show them. Let's see, finally reveals. Well, this one, I think they show. Of course, they show. Oh, yeah, they had him on too. I will move it ahead to see some of the stuff. So, that was a good one. Oh, and by the way, Bonnie, what he's showing right there obviously is a foot of a Bigfoot. And you can see the comparison of the actual, some of the real ones, they've gotten a foot imprint with it. And you look at the bottom of her foot there. I mean, your shoes, their boots would be basically white like that going across that wash that they're in. Yeah, humans can't walk the way that she was walking. They've had person after person after person after person try to, imitate her, the way she walked, and nope, they just can't. So, what happened to me at Beaver Creek State Park, which is about 35 minutes from Youngstown, Ohio, and it's in East Liverpool, Ohio, I believe. And I had went there with, let me play this in the back. So I went there. I was on crutches. Well, Bonnie, she was walking away from them. So that would be very hard. Even a human being, I don't believe you would see a human's toes either. I do, Ascension. Good memory. Wow. I'm impressed and I'm honored that you guys pay that close of attention. I went to Beaver Creek with a friend of mine, and we had been talking about meeting, and he told me that he wanted to the next day take me to a friend's right, Ascension. He told me he wanted to introduce me to people, friends of his, at the Bigfoot conference that was happening there the next day. And he and his wife and their dog and, a bunch of the speakers and other people were staying at a hotel close to there. And he, my friend was only about he was about an hour, I think, hour and a half away from home. And so he was staying at the hotel so he wouldn't have to drive there the day of. And since I was only 35 at the most, I don't even think it was that much minutes away from there. I, drove home that night as well. But we went and we met for dinner. And then after dinner, he said, "You want to come meet everybody?" They said they'd like you to come. They're at they're at a campsite, which is a very well-known campsite, but hard one to find. Trust me, hard to find. And a well-known one at Beaver Creek State Park, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on there, including there supposedly being a stone portal at the top of this hill. And, we go there, and a lot of stuff's supposed to happen. There's a story of like a Native American Indian that comes out or rides in on a horse. And, there's been known to be, let's see what else they've had there. Ghost stuff. Bigfoot supposedly, utilize this portal on a regular basis. So we go, and I'm already ready for this place, and I'm just looking around. I'm like, well, there's nothing really, special so far that I see about this. And we're talking and laughing, and at one point, maybe, I don't know if it was maybe a half an hour into it, but a gentleman by the name of Johnny Freeman, he's on Facebook, and what does he frequent online? Geez, I was looking for it. Anyway, Johnny is a well-known psychic, and he comes up to me. We've never met in our lives. And he says, hi, my name is Johnny Freeman. I introduce myself, and he says, I know we've never met, and, I apologize if this comes off, strange. And I forget some of the other stuff he said. But long story short, I have been told to let you know that there are those that want you to go to the top of that hill where the portal is. And I looked at him and I said, I looked down and I said, do you see I'm on crutches? I told him I had just had knee replacement surgery on my one leg. And then I pulled up my right pant leg and I showed him, I have a prosthetic. I lost my right leg below the knee when I was, how old was I? It was April of 2022. So, it was really close. And I said, there's really not much that I can do, about a situation like that. And it was pretty steep. Like, even if, I didn't have any problems with that, I would go, but right away. But it was challenging. There were some other people that had gone up and down, and they came down sweating and breathing and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I don't see how I'm going to do that, but thank you for telling me. And I just stood there for a while, and those that know me from, this, area of the world, so to speak, know that, that's going to definitely sink its teeth into me for a while. And I'm standing there, and maybe I probably 20-30 minutes later, I just was like, screw this. I can't help it. I have to go. Now, was it just me doing that out of, who I am and what I just can't help it? Or was something pushing me to do it? I don't know, but it was strong. And I went up to my friend who was talking to Johnny, excuse me. And I said, you know what, guys, I'm going. And Johnny just kind of shook his head like he knew I was going to do that. And my one buddy said, are you sure? You sure about this? He's like, I don't want your wife to come after me. Because my wife had actually made a comment joking to him, if something happens to him and I have to come get him, she would not be happy. I want to put it as nicely as possible. And I start to go up this hill. And I don't know if you could really call it a hill. It took me about a half an hour to get to the top, and it was not fun. Like I said, I just had my knee replaced, so it's not like I could. Oh, it was miserable, and I had to set my crutches down a couple times and rest and all this, and a couple weird things happened going up, but the worst of it was it kept getting more narrow and much higher off the ground, and I was like, man, if I can't help myself if I fall, it's I'm done. And let me think what happened next. From there, oh, I remember. I'm sorry. I just wanted to keep it in the right chain of events, and I finally get up to the top, and I see. As I'm getting up to the top, I look to my left and I look down, and besides it being a far drop, um, I can't help but think to myself, man, if I fall down there, I am done. But not dead, because my MO has been, oh, get hurt or something, but I'm not going to be gone. I mean, I'll just be maimed probably from the fall. So then I have to have X amount of surgeries and be miserable for X amount of time. So I look at it and I keep myself from the edge. Oh, sketchy ascension? Sketchy? I get to this trail, guys. You have no clue. I wish I would have took better pictures of it. I had pictures of it, but I should have got right like on it. Like literally even to my, went back and had someone help me down, or it was so thin. I guarantee that I would have fell 100%. And I knew that. And I was like, you know what? I'm curious, but I don't want to die. I don't want to break both my legs, ruin my surgery, blah, blah, blah. So I go and I sit down, and there's quite, now looking back, even now, there was quite a few fallen, newly fallen trees. And yeah, one wasn't too big, but it was just strange. So anyway, there was one right by the trail, the beginning of it. I was like, I'm just going to sit there. So I sat down and I started talking out loud, and I said, like a thank you for allowing me to be here at the top of your mountain. Thank you for letting me be in this area. I just want you to know I am your brother. I mean you no harm. I hope that I am okay to be here. And a couple other things I had said. And it was not long. And again, I was by myself. And this thing, or person, or whatever, just invisible, it's definitely around, because I started to hear noises. And they always talk about on a lot of these shows, it got quiet, got too quiet. It got noticeably quiet, guys. I had trouble hearing some birds. There was a ton of birds before this happened, and it just got super quiet. And I couldn't believe it. Finally, I started doing an EVP with my cell phone, and I did a number of things, and then afterwards, oh, what did I do that day? Okay, so after I had already started recording, I had said thank you and blah 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 and all that, and I asked a couple other things, and I think instead of me telling you what what happened, guys? First of all, I know my mods have been showing the link to that video, which will explain everything. But I'm just going to play a recording for you guys of exactly what happened after. And that, look at that costume, guys. How frigging pathetic was that costume that somebody tried to say they were wearing? And I'm going to stop playing this here and I'm going to come back because this is 2450 and there's some good stuff in here. So I'll ask you guys again in the future if you would like to watch that video in whole with the sound. So I don't want to put a negative spin on that. So what I'll do is I'll bring up the original recording of what happened. Ascension, I 100% believe it was a portal. I have no doubt because after I played back this recording and got some response immediately, I was, blown away because there was nothing there around me. There was no creatures or people or anything, like nothing around me. I looked, there was nothing there. So where were these sounds on the videotape, or not videotape, on the camera, or on the recorder coming from on my phone? Those sounds weren't audible to me. That was really wild. It was very positive to me. I was very excited. So here, let me get it. And recordings. Here it is. All right, let me find the right one. I think it's one of these first ones. Well, actually, I'm going to go to the couple after because a buddy of mine enhanced ran it through like, a audio scrubber. Let me. Thank you for allowing me. Okay, this is it. So I'm going to play this for you guys right through my microphone. So really listen, okay? All right, it's as high as it can go. All right. Come on, no, I didn't want to do that. All right. All right. It is number 2. And here we go. Is there anyone out here with me? Thank you for allowing me to be in your home, in your woods. Do you want to say anything to tell me you're here? What's your name? Is there anyone here, and how many of you are there? I didn't catch those there. They're supposed. I was wondering where they went. I was like, what the heck? So did you guys catch the grunt at the beginning? I'll play that one again. And then there was the tree knocks. But I'm telling you guys, absolutely, positively, and I always say this, you have every right to believe what you want to believe. You weren't there. You don't have to believe me. You can tell me that I'm a liar or think that I'm a. Guys, this happened. I did not hear any of that with my own ears. I did not hear it until I listened to the recording. That was too loud. I was listening. I was listening for a noise. The grunt was not heard by me either until I heard it on the recording. I've shown or let Mr. Moorhead listen to these. I mean, he made me play it maybe 10, 12 times. I met him for the first time a couple of years ago at Paranormal Roundtable's Bigfoot Encrypted conference in, where was it? It was in Texas. I can't remember the area we were in, but I met tons of my friends that I have. I wouldn't have my channel, honestly, if I hadn't have gone to this. It wasn't from the people giving me my channel. It's just I met so many people. I made so many good relationships. Mr. Moorhead's awesome. I had never met him before in my life, and I told him who I was and what I had, and he knew who I was about my experience, and I was honored about that. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, sir." And I actually interviewed him, and I want to do another one too. He had some issues with his sound that day, but he's a good man, and man, he had some experiences, boy, and he listened to it. And I told him, I started with what occurred. Um, she's I'm trying to remember, guys. Give me a break. I want to remember for you so bad. There's one other. I'll remember. Forget it. Anyway, long story short, again, see what I mean? Like squirrel, right, BJ? Oh, come on. I'm like trying to. It has to do with this story. I showed one other person there that day. Um, I hate when that happens. So forget that one. I'll remember their name. Trust me, they'll pop in there. He made me play it 3 times, and I said, "Well, what do you think, sir? You think you think it's a Bigfoot?" And he said, "Play it again." And his lovely wife was there, and she's really cool and patient. And after, like I said, 10 to 12 times, he looked at me. He goes, "Well, Matt," and you got to know the way he talks. I can't even imitate it. He goes, "Well, Matt," he goes, "That's, really impressive." He says, I believe there was more than, one around you. He said, "I'm surprised you didn't actually see one of them." He said, "Did you look up when, you were doing that?" And I said, "No, I did not look straight up, or, I didn't even think to do it at that time." And he says, "There's a good chance either one, one or more were above you," which, well, a lot of us have heard the stories of that. And then he said, "There's also, another story that, could be being told here. And that's that you know, they were cloaked, or they were just between, the veil and us." And of course, I went off. I mean, because the veil is something I am totally, into and believe and have been, studying for a long time. And just, it was wild. It was wild. I'm going to play the sound. I know some people want me to play it again. So let me play it once again, everybody. Okay. Listen for the grunt, guys, if you haven't heard it. Is there anyone out here with me? Thank you for allowing me to be in your home, in your woods. Catch it? Do you want to say? So you guys all catch that one? Ronald Murphy. Head trip. Sorry, guys. I wasn't looking at the chat there for a while. Matt, Fort Worth, Texas. BJ, I'm sorry, honey. I haven't been looking at the chat. Who's Ronald Murphy? No, BJ, if that's what you're doing, not who I'm trying to think of. And Karen, 100%. We're gonna have to get those walkie talkies, like the cell phone walkie talkies that go. I agree. I can't remember who Ronald Murphy is. You're good, BJ, though. Chris Garitano was there at the. I met him too. No, it was someone else. That's okay. Don't worry about it for now. If you know what's cool is you guys are usually always coming back. If I remember, I will bring it in what I was talking about, and it's just wild. When I heard it on my phone, I immediately, even with without my crutches, I stood straight up. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. That's just, I don't know what to say. Thank you for showing, not showing, but thank you for, speaking to me, showing me that you're here, and I forget everything I said. I did another, round of the EVPs, but I don't believe there was anything on there. Crazy. It really blew my mind. And we got into some, conversations also with Mr. Moorhead about him and what he heard and the similarities of what I had. And oh man, I pictured, and again, I wasn't scared. I wasn't like creeped out. I just was frustrated a little bit before I finally, left to go home that night. And I got frustrated because, I didn't get to see what did it. And, I'm just irritated. I can't remember that guy's name because I could tell you guys something really cool. Oh, thank you, BJ. But that's not what I'm talking about. The Sierra sounds is great, though. So, what Ascension 22 is talking about is, and you're again awesome for remembering all that. Yeah, I was closing. I did have my when now. I know I was closing my eyes trying to remember now. But I did close my eyes at one point. I had went back as Ascension's talking about, and um, I decided as I was sitting there during the last discussion of people going up and talking. Um, Head Trip says is it is always in their time, Matt. When it happens, it will happen. Thank you. Um, and I decided listening to some of these people. In fact, it was David Wolf. I think I was talking, or not talking to, listening to, and I decided I'm going back. I hope I can find this thing, this site, and I found it, and I had gone back. And before I went back, because there were so many people at this Bigfoot um, conference, um, I they had all kinds of like vendors and stuff. Well, I went into the gift shop thing, and they had arrowheads, for sale. I don't know, like they were $2 or $3 a piece or something. And I went and I grabbed, I don't remember how many, maybe 5 or something like that. And I got the ones I really liked. And I specifically bought like 5 I liked, but some were nicer than others too. Black's my favorite color, and there was this black one that was super cool. And I almost didn't get rid of it, but I got it for a reason. And as I drove back and started getting close and I recognized the area, in fact, I even started doing it before I even left that far from the area we had the conference. I'd stop and I'd get out of the car and I'd say out loud, I'm your brother, and I just wanted you to know for future purposes, that I am someone you can trust and I'm your friend. And I hope you'll show yourselves to me sometime. And this is for you. And I grabbed an arrowhead and I walked it like they'd have a lot of rock walls there. And I put one on top, like way up on top, as far as I could get, from the end of my arm standing up. I mean, we're talking, I'm 6'3.5". So, whatever that would, turn out to be. And I put it up top so nobody's getting that thing. And, except for them, because they're supposed to be able to, do telepathy and things like that. And, I'm sure they were watching. And, by the time I got back to the site, I think I had 1 or 2 left. And, I had saved one for the very end. And Ascension, you are definitely, well, I'm glad some of you like. I hope I'm not boring you guys, first of all. I mean, always be honest with me. If I'm boring you, say, hey, you know what, Matt, we'll watch the video. It's not what I'm here for. I will absolutely shut up and I will play a few more videos and we'll check out. Um, so okay. There's one. Ascension, you are the one who talked about the experience, so this hopefully would not be boring to you. Um, okay, guys, as long as I'm not boring you, you won't offend me. I know this isn't. Let me finish it. So I get there and I have maybe 1 or 2. No, I'm sorry, I had like 3 left, and I decide I'm going to go up. I did it again, and I suffered again afterwards. I had delayed onset and was miserable. And along my way up, I found the most difficult spots that I could find or make or set these things in so that they're watching. They're going to know exactly where I put it. I just didn't want a person to come up on these things. And I set the other two in certain areas, and like one along the trail, just to give you an idea, there was a fallen tree, and it seemed almost like they were setting a way to chill on along the way. And I took the arrowhead, and around the backside of this log was a little, I think, like, a piece of it came out, like maybe only that big, and it went in maybe a few inches. I just said, "This is, same thing. This is for you, but give it to your young ones. I want you to have this from me." And I looked and I just tapped it in, and then I left. And the last one I had, I saved till this one story, and um, I had gone over to a certain area from this trail that they had. And again, I mean, not the smartest idea. I'm going off the trail through, thick brush and all this, and I don't know where I am. I'm at the top of this almost like a mountain thing. And I find an area, and the reason I picked it where I was going to go sit down and really do a long like session, try and get them to come out, and try and get them to sense what I'm thinking. And so I've heard so many different things of how people do stuff. And there was really crazy an opening in the canopy, um, for light was coming through because the trees, had, some of them weren't in the one area, and it looked like, you always get the pictures of God and stuff and cards and things, and you could see the sunbeam coming through from the distance, and it was shining right on this area. I'm like, I'm going there, bro. That looks awesome. It looks perfect. And I went there, and there was a fallen tree exactly where I had picked two. And I totally, went into kind of like a, a session of, closing my eyes and meditating and speaking to whatever beings were in that area. Um, and, I just talked again out loud, and did a number of things. And let me see here. Just making sure what people are saying. Hey, cornflakes, baby. Um, and in this area, sorry, I just wanted to make sure. And in this area was a huge fallen tree, and you got a good view, a 360 view from where I sat. Of course, you had to, look behind you and stuff of the entire area where I needed to see. And there were some actual areas, like this one area to my right from where I was sitting, where there's some rocks and stuff too. Um, it was a good spot, and I had I'm trying to remember the order this went into. Ascension is like my what would you call them, the people that would keep you on task for for a story for the time. Oh, Karen, you're going to sleep, or Tim's going to sleep, my bad. Hey, you guys, I am out of here. Take care. Gotta love you and leave you. See you all next time. Sorry, that thing on the right with the heart and the smile and all was in the way. Co-pilot, that's a good choice of words. Tim, take care of yourself, brother. I'm sorry if this was boring you. I'm just finishing up with this. Oh, and I'll finish up with that other story too. You'll have to watch the recorded part of it, Tim, if you're taking off. I'm almost done with this too, Timmy. So I, after I'm meditating, I'm thinking to myself, sometimes I don't talk out loud and I'm thinking what I, wanted to say. And I always kind of stopped myself for a second before I opened my eyes. And the first time that I was going to open my eyes, I like prepared myself. Like if something's standing there, be ready. Don't flip out. Don't flip out. Like I was really trying to calm myself. Like I almost felt like something was there. I was like, man, shit. Don't freak out. Don't make it wig out and run or be calm. And I fully intended to see something. And I opened my eyes. I was like, yeah. And there was nothing there. And I was bummed out. I was disappointed. And I looked down and I had noticed before I started doing this that there was this kind of like this little bush on the ground, and it was near where I was sitting, real close. And I remember looking at it too, and just making a mental note of I remembered it looked like a cool little thing. And when I had opened my eyes and looked, after the meditation part, I looked down, kind of just, one of these. Between my feet was a eagle feather, which I found out later it was an eagle feather. It wasn't there, guaranteed. I did not notice it and maybe, step on it once and then, my foot came off. And let me tell you something, guys. I am a creature of detail. I notice every little thing usually. Unless I'm tired or whatever. But like when I'm out places, man, my family always says, "How did you notice that? How do you do?" I would have seen it. And then on top of that, and this is where you guys can go to the channel and go to the flick and check it out because it's crazy. They had this, like I said, this little bushy thing, like I had told you, and there was nothing on it other than a leaf before. I think I brushed the leaf off. And when I looked, there was this little, and you could see it on the video, this little like gourd, mini gourd. It was like lemon lime color kind of thing, yellow green, and it was not there either. It just wasn't there. And I was absolutely floored because I know already that Bigfoot, supposedly, that gift eagle feathers, it is a very positive, good thing. And I don't know what the gourd meant, but it'd be great to find out. I was so stoked, and I totally felt something was there. I could feel something was there. And I really believed by the time I was going to leave, I would see something, and I didn't. But that was just as good, almost as good as, So that's what happened at Beaver Creek. The video really shows a lot more. But I appreciate you guys asking for the story out of my mouth, guys. Let's see. I just saw BJ said, Professor, what you probably needed it, being that you aren't feeling well. Oh, geez, that's a weird one. Anyway, would you guys like to hear the strange? And again, oh man, I'm getting weird messages from. Oh, jeez. I've had, just to let you know, I've had kind of, I don't want to call him a stalker, but I have a fan, let's put it, somehow found my cell phone number. I blocked them and they got a hold of me through another one and blocked them on that number. And they did it again and blocked them again and just messaged me again. And it's nothing negative at all, it's positive, but it's just a very strange situation. So that's why I was like, huh? Telling you guys about what I was going to share with you guys earlier. Professor, what? Yeah, I was saying. So I had. So you don't want us all to text you, Professor? What? It's not that. It is what's happening. I can't be specific. I'm sorry. It's everything that is going along with what's being said, and are my cheeks red? Anyway, I first started the channel, and this is what I'm going to close out with. I first started the channel, and just like what's going on here, I get, when was it? Maybe it was maybe I don't know. It was the first year, I would say, right at the 3/4 mark of starting my channel. And I get a call, and it says from Oregon, which my man Josh Nanocchio lives in Oregon. So we talk all the time. He's one of my best friends. And I figured it was Josh, but I didn't recognize the number. And I answer it. And it was a mistake because it was a woman. I'm not going to say her. I don't even remember her name now, but hi, may I speak with Mr. Emch, Mr. Matthew Emch. And I'm like, oh crap, what is this about? And I'm like, he's not here. May I take a message? I should. This person was like, Mr. Emch, I recognize your voice. I recognize your voice. And, right there, I was like, oh no. And I laughed, to myself. And, oh God. Anyway, I said, I'm sorry, who is this? I don't know, what you're talking about. This is not Mr. Emch. And I lied and I said, this is his, what was it? I said my nephew or something like that. I said, maybe if I sound like him, I said, I'm honored, but, and you could tell she, I'm sure I sounded like an idiot. And, I'm sure she absolutely, didn't believe me, but she like kind of paused and said, "Oh, I apologize for calling," and hung up. And I didn't think much of it until they got a hold of me later, and I didn't recognize that it was another number. And when I answered, they asked if it was, they were like, "Hey, Matt, what's up? Hey, I have a question." I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, anyway, they got me, and as we start talking, and I said, hey, I'm not trying to, you know, be a jerk here and all that. I said, but how did you get my number? And they said that they will send me how did they do it? They got it through something. I've since also tried to get rid of, personal information on certain bits, the telephone book and all that. So this person finally says, "Can I speak with you about something serious?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I'm a stranger wanting to talk to me about something serious." And I said, "Well," I said, "can I talk to you a little later?" I said, "I am." I can't believe this happened. This woman, you guys are getting live time. Okay, I'm going to stop with that person. I wish I could show you, because if I have to, oh my God, what a weirdo. DJ, I'm going to have to tell you, Kel, and Josie about this later. Anyway, let me finish the video. I apologize. I'm not even paying attention to my phone anymore. This woman goes to tell me that she wanted to get my help. She knows who I am, obviously. She believes what happened to me. She, of course, said a lot of other things. I can't tell you how much, I look up to you for what you've gone through, and that you're facing your fears and you're helping other people. And it was really positive. And then she said, I needed your help. And I said, well, what do you need my help with? And she said, well, I wanted to know if I could get you to fly out to Oregon. And of course, before she even finished the sentence, the red flags are going off. And she said, I want to know if I could get you to come out to Oregon to fly out here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm like, what can I, what's going on here? And she says, I'm trying to remember exactly how she opened. She said, well, oh, I remember. She said that she's living in an area in Oregon which backs up to, oh, geez, I wish I remember the name of the forested area she lives in. But for years, she has had I think she said family or troop, I can't remember, of Sasquatch that live very close to where she lives. And they come around all the time. She feeds them all the time, which, I said, you shouldn't be doing that. And, I know that a lot of negative stuff can happen. And she says that she's aware. And um, I just can't help but cringe. She says that not only does she want me to come out there and study them with her, she wants me to come out there because she wants me to make a documentary. And the documentary will be about her. I hope nothing negative happens here. I don't think it would. The video or documentary or whatever else you want to call it would be about her who wants to have sexual relations with Bigfoot, right hand of God, and procreate with the males. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I still have this message from this person. No, I'm not putting it up. I still have them blocked on my phone too. Yep. Yeah, I didn't know how. I do, Puck Elf. And hello, Puck Elf, by the way. I missed you coming in. Uh, I was so. I'm glad you did stick around. Oh, man. That's fine the way you spelled it there, actually. Ascension. I I froze kind of like, that. I'm like, wait a minute. What did you say? And she repeated herself and I said, you're that like close to these creatures that you can approach them and do those types, like you think that you could do that? And she said that they come by her home almost nightly, except when what was it, when someone or something is there, her one, oh, whoever has she had a dog, or somebody that lives there has a dog, or her cousin or somebody comes with the dog, or she said whenever somebody takes their dog away. So I didn't really get why the dog thing, if somebody lived there or they come and bring it, but she just said that they're there all the time unless, and then oh, I want to give you everything she said. uh Unreal. So that's one that has, for me, somebody that usually doesn't get stumped, um and usually laughs at most. Like I was like speechless, first of all, which is almost never done. And she started going, Mr. Emch, Mr. Emch, Mr. Emch. And she got to like 5 or 6, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, so do you think that, you'd want to come out here and do that? And I said, I don't want to be rude, or mean, but I highly doubt that they'll be out there. I will be out there. And oh, she said some other stuff. She said that because started asking her questions. I'm like, so how do you think that you could, do this with these beings? And oh, crap. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Yeah. As my phone vibrates, and guess who? So the person who reminded me of the video. Um, I want to get something out here real quick. Um, I at least want to find that text so I can read you an excerpt for it, or maybe I shouldn't. No, I don't see why not. Where is it? And I saved it somewhere. If I can't find it here, where is it? Because I have it, and I don't want to be rude, but I had given it a colorful title for the person who left it for me, who spoke to me. I mean, and when I wasn't speaking to them anymore, that's when some of these other messages started coming through. Never got mean, never got rude or like towards me, like I'm anger or what. Just to her, very serious. Very serious. Anyway, I want to find this real quick and then we're going to cut it. And if this other person would stop texting my phone, this could be an interesting, end of the night comedy for us in the near future. Oh, geez. Where is it? Quit texting. So, I think that was basically it. Everything she said that she wanted to do that. I said, do you realize uh, gifting them food will cause issues with them to either get angry after a certain amount of time if you forget, which could cause. I was trying to remember. Are there instances, guys, of Bigfoot being fed, and then if they're not fed, of them attacking people, or not attacking? I know that's happened, but killing. Did you guys ever hear about that? I just know it's a big no-no. They don't make Trojan for Bigfoot. Josie, how do you know how big they are? Anyway, I hope you guys got a kick out of it. It's true, no doubt. Josh Nanokio knows about it. He's the first person I told, and he's like, "You got to block her, dude. You're starting your channel." He's like, "You're starting your channel," and he's like, you can't have people like that, doing that." Josie said, "I wonder if she gives Bigfoot Viagra." Ascension, I'm not scarred from it, or I wasn't like, oh God, like a fan. I was just blown away. Somebody said, let me tell you something. Excuse me. I was blown away that somebody, first of all, what you could, I'll take your apology about them getting my number. That bugs me. If I get to know someone, 9 out of 10 times, if I get to know you and we need to talk or something, we will exchange numbers. But I don't enjoy having somebody just all of a sudden, call me on the phone. Now if it was an emergency and they don't know me, and I've had that happen too. They were having, a couple of people were having a severe issue with dealing with having their experience, and thinking about hurting themselves, and couldn't deal with it, and nobody was supporting them, and family wasn't supporting them, and yeah, there were some really dark and sad ones. I wish I could find it. I want to read it to you guys. I'll look for it next time. So, that being said, come on. I wanted to do it for you before I left. All right, I'll look for it later. So, I am, as soon as we hang up, I'm going through my emails. I had marked down some emails I needed to get to some people the other night when I had mentioned to it, and I hadn't yet. That's because I have been just so overwhelmed with the stories and emails and stuff that had sent in, some stuff. So I'm going to get to them tonight. I'm going to read as many as I can. I will try to respond. I'm going to really, really work and focus on that. Got some good stuff coming out in the next week, guys. Some shorts, some at least one video, maybe more. It depends. And then a really big one in the next week and a half. I remember, let's see. I had something else I wanted to tell you. Was somebody that was going to be coming on as a guest host soon. Oh. And I forget who it is. They had just written me an email the other day, and you know what? Nah, I'm going to keep it a surprise till that day. You guys will really enjoy it. I'm not going to break the surprise. Are you guys people that like a surprise, or are you guys people that want the surprise ruined? You want to know right away? And let me get rid of that thing there. So, want you guys to know, thank you for coming by. I enjoyed myself immensely with all of you. Um, I know we kind of veered at the end there, but if you guys just like Ascension, sorry, and asked me to talk about that. If you guys ever want me to, go off kind of script, so to speak, instead of showing videos, if you guys want to talk and stuff, and have me speak about some of my experiences or one in specific, um, I'm completely willing to do it. This channel is here because I do it for you guys. And normalcy will be coming back, like I've been saying, to the other parts. So I think that's it, guys. If you have any questions before I leave, let me know. Please do me a favor. Thank BJ, Josie, and Kel for being, such helpful and great mods. I want to thank you guys in front of everybody. Thank you so much for what you guys do. I want to thank everybody that donated. That helps so much. $10 might not seem like a lot, or $5. That's how I'm keeping the channel afloat, and I am dying to get myself a new computer. They're not cheap, guys, especially for what I need to make sure it has the capabilities of to do for the channel, because you can't just grab Sunday special sometimes on things and do everything that is needed for a channel that does things like we do here and at other channels that we're friends with, or things like that. So ladies, is there anything, my mods, that you would like to add aside from, guys, please go over to BJ, Kel, and Josie's YouTube channels, and please, at the very least, just to subscribe to them and support them. BJ does a great job on her stories and on her books. Yes, she has written books, and she has done a great job on other things as well. Who else? I tried to tell. I was going to tell Jack something, and Jack didn't come. I hope Jack's okay. Trying to remember all of you guys tonight, guys. Karen, you crack me up, girl. Thank you, BJ, for that. That's a great comment. Good night, Kel. All right, everybody. Peace, love, healing, head trip. I think I got the majority of it. Oh, hey, Mikasi. I didn't see you there. Hello. I'm sorry we're signing off. Josie said, Matt, did she say if she had to unhinge? Good night, everybody. I love you all. We will be here Thursday night. We will have a mod here. I'm pretty sure you will be excited about them. You'll get a short. I don't know if I want to release it tonight. I mean, it's kind of late, but you'll get a short and a video narration, a video and a narration, and some other shorts in the coming week. Among other things, we'll have the other live stream on Thursday, and then on, I'm sorry, not Thursday. Yes, Thursday. What am I saying? I looked at my date book. I looked at my calendar on my phone. I'm like, wait a minute, it's Wednesday. It would be. I got it. So we have one Thursday, and I believe we're going to be doing one on Saturday. If we're not going to be doing one on Saturday, we'll do one on Sunday. I promise you guys will know. You guys will know by the next live stream. So just want to be thorough for you guys. And I will mark my words. I will do everything I can about being getting the show on time. I'm going to start the process earlier in case I run into any problems with this computer that seems like it's satanic and it has a demon that has been placed inside of it for me. So, love y'all. You guys are great. You're phenomenal. And come on. See? Right when I wanted to shut it off and get it to say goodbye, it froze for a second. Come on. What? Oh man, you guys don't understand the weird shit I'm getting. I want to show you so bad. Oh my god. All right, no, I can't do it. I love you guys. We will see ya. Man, this has been a weird night for Matt Emch. We'll see you all next time.
There are things in this world that we cannot understand, things we thought were myth, mysteries that defy reality, and even darker conspiracies. What Lurks Beneath will take you deep into real cases and accounts of the strange and supernatural that will leave you wondering the truth about what's truly around us. You won't want to miss this one.
We just heard a rock clack right over here.
In today's world, video isn't optional, it's essential. At Full Res Films, we bring your story to life with cinematic quality and creative vision. From corporate videos that inspire to powerful testimonials that build trust, to breathtaking drone footage that elevates your brand. Whether it's live events, training videos, music videos, or documentaries, our team captures every moment. Don't settle for ordinary, choose Full Res Films, and let's create something amazing together. FullResFilms.com, 216-201-9649.
Planet 412 is your channel through the veil, where cryptids walk, UFOs soar, and the paranormal whispers in the dark. From chilling storytelling, eerie narrations, and on-location investigations, to live streams, exclusive interviews, and shocking reviews of the bizarre, Planet 412 is your front row seat to the supernatural. Subscribe now, Planet 412 on YouTube. Do you believe?